What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Being Beautifully Honest channel. And we are going to have a conversation, and this is going to be about a story that comes from the Jasmine brand. And this is about Summer Walker and the guy that she had a kid with, who is a producer, goes by the name of London on the Track. And the problem with having kids with people that you are not married to. Okay. So we are right now at the end of 2021. It's nothing new that people have children with people that they are not married to. Whether you believe in marriage or not, that is your right to have your opinion about it. I personally believe in it, but a lot of people don't. But the crazy thing about a lot of people who don't believe in marriage is they don't mind having children with people that they are not married to. And even going deeper down the rabbit hole, they don't mind having sex with people that they are not in a marriage with, or that they are not really committed to, or you just are playing around, fooling around, then you wind up getting pregnant, and then you get upset when the guy is not around and he isn't supportive and he isn't doing his fair share that you think that he should. This isn't going to be for men. It's not going to be against men, and it's not even for women or against women. This is just simply about responsibilities, thinking with your head instead of your heart or your hot parts in your pants. And then you are out here sharing stories with the world about how the person is a deadbeat, and what can you really expect? So anyway, the story says Summer Walker is saying, quote, "I'm basically leaving my child with a stranger," end quote, as she accuses London on the Track of being an absentee father and returning their daughter with bruises. Now that is horrible if that is true, but it's what she's saying is happening. So we're going to get into it. So it says the ongoing drama between Summer Walker and London on the Track lives to see another day. So apparently this has been going on for a while. I don't follow any of these people, don't know a whole lot about them. Just know that the Summer Walker chick is apparently a younger R&B singer. Not really into that music genre right now with the new music that's coming out. It's just not my forte, but whatever. And London on the Track, who is a music producer, it says once seemed inseparable and reportedly started dating in 2019. So here we are in 2021. However, after being on and off for a few years, so there you go, they were not really committed, they were on and off. They officially went their separate ways earlier this year, and this past March, Summer Walker gave birth to their daughter. So they went their separate ways either before or after she gave birth to a child. So here we are today in December of 2021. Summer Walker, who's only 25, took to her Instagram, which is what people do these days. They take everything to social media, right? So here we are talking about it because they're putting it out there, and seemingly reveal how hard it is to co-parent with her baby father. She made multiple accusations against London on the Track, 30, and accused the famed music producer of going months without seeing their daughter and being an, quote, evil person. In Summer's first series of posts against London on the Track, she shared a screenshot from the music producer's IG stories that showed their daughter rocking a large chain while sitting in a stroller. She added text to the image that said, "You haven't seen my child in almost 2 months. No call, no FaceTime, no nothing. Ain't even asked for a picture from either me or the nanny. And when you finally get her, this is the first thing that came to your mind to do?" She continued and told London that their child isn't one of his, quote, little cars or props, end quote, he can post for clout. But this is what people do these days, especially people who are in the younger genre, younger sector, especially when they have kids, because people love babies and animals. You have to be a pretty evil, cruel person to not love babies and to not love little cute furry animals, even if you don't want to have any pets of your own. You see fuzzy furry puppies or kittens online, it warms your heart. And definitely if you see babies. So that's what a lot of people do when they have kids now. They post them all the time on social media because it gets them more likes, it gets them more followers, it gets more people engaged with their content. So that's what people do. She added that leaving her daughter with London feels like she's leaving her with a stranger. She also called out his mother. So she made some serious accusations and claimed that her daughter came home with a bruise on her face. She added that this wasn't the first time something like this has happened. And then she showed pictures. And it's just crazy. And she didn't stop there. And she posted another series of posts to her IG page calling him out for not sending her pictures of their daughter while she was under his watch. And it's a lot. It's a lot to unpack with this situation. But the gist of why I want to talk about this is not to talk about these two people specifically, but yeah, using them as examples, is that those of you who are listening to this who have not had any children yet, please don't have kids with people that you don't know, you have not been in a long-term relationship with. And this may sound old-fashioned, but it reigns true. Don't have people with children that you're not married to. Yeah, there's been a lot of people that have had children with people that they're not married to, and things may have worked out fine. But why should you take the risk of doing that? No, getting married to someone does not guarantee that you're going to marry someone who is going to wind up being always the best person for you. But you get married to someone, hopefully it's someone that you've been committed to, you've desired to be with one person, you both have committed to each other, and you have gotten to know each other so well that you want to make it legit, get it legal, and then move forward and get married. And then if you want to have kids, then do it that way. Some things that people say is old-fashioned, a lot of times they say those things because they either have guilt, because they either have not gotten married or they did things the opposite way and they had kids and then they never got married, or they had children with multiple people, and so they just want to knock the whole institution of marriage as out of whack, out of sync, old-fashioned, doesn't work, all of the negative things that they can come up with, instead of thinking and speaking about the positives when it comes to marriage. And if it doesn't work out, which you do get married, and there's a reason why the vows say for better or for worse, for richer or for poor, in sickness and in health, until death do you part. It is a commitment that you're making. But think about it. You're having children, and the children, they are for life until you are dead and gone, or unfortunately sometimes it happens where they may leave before you leave this earth. But having children is definitely a long-term commitment, so why not do it in the proper order? I feel the way that God designed it to be. I do believe that there are some times when you may have to get out of a marriage because some things are going on that it's just like, look, this isn't working out, we need to get out of this. But then you have legal ways that you can handle things that are more beneficial than for somebody who you just have a kid with and you just have a baby daddy or baby mama, or that type of situation. But having children with people that you don't really know and you're not in a marriage with, even if you may feel like you're committed to that person, but full well that other person really isn't the settling down type and they really had no intentions of wifing you or marrying you. I think of Sierra. Sierra had a child with the rapper Future. He definitely wasn't a settling down type, and I don't know how many kids he's had since they had their child, and he still isn't married. But she was able to get married to someone who was taking care of her current child that she had before she got married, and they've had several children of their own together. And he seems to really love her, and they're in a committed relationship and marriage, and she is happy. Now, will you get married to somebody like Russell Wilson who is making more money than God? Maybe not. But the whole point of me stating that is the fact that she had this child with somebody like Future, but then she woke up and she said, you know what? I don't want to live this way anymore. I want to do things differently. I want to move forward and do things in the proper way. She claimed that she prayed a prayer and then he came along. We don't, that's what she says. So, hey, if that's what happened, then that's what happened. But either way, she moved forward with having children with her husband and not just continuing to have kids with people that she was just dating and screwing around with and wound up getting pregnant. So the fact that Summer Walker is saying she feels like she's leaving her child with a stranger, yeah, you actually are. You are leaving your child with a stranger because you didn't know this man. You were dating off and on, as the story says, from 2019 until they finally completely for good separated the earlier part of 2021, either before or after she had the baby in March. So you really didn't know this person. And now, I guess he has visitation rights and maybe he's paying child support. And now you have to abide by the rules of the court and handle things in this way. So now you feel sick whenever you have to drop your child off with this person. And now you're calling them out on social media. It's hard to feel sympathy for people, especially, I do believe that there are a lot of immature 20-year-olds. There definitely are. There's some immature 50-year-olds. It's not just about the age, but she's young. She's not a little girl, but she's young. And hopefully this is something that she will learn from, and if she hasn't, hopefully other people will look at her situation as a cautionary tale to say, you know what, I want better for myself. I don't want to live in a situation like that where I wind up getting pregnant by some guy and then it doesn't, work out, and I'm having to leave my child with someone that I feel is a villain or evil or possibly physically abusive to the child. That's not a good space to be in. And this is someone that either way you are connected to for at least 18 years of your child's life. Sometimes more, and a lot of times it usually is more. So anyway, I just wanted to talk about that. I would love to know your thoughts about this in the comment section. So let me know your thoughts. And as always, I'm just being beautifully honest. Thank you so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And until the next time, I'm just being beautifully honest.